Now, from your local news leader, KAMR Local 4 News, Saturday Today starts now.
And good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us this Saturday morning. I'm Judd Baker here alongside Andy Justus.
Yes, it is October 26th, which means we are marching ever closer to Halloween.
It does not feel like it because it is cold.
Yeah, that's a
fact. The snow on Thursday was ridiculous.
I don't think I was ready for it. Even though John warned us, John was very clear, like, hey, heads up. But then when you walk out on Thursday morning and you see snow, it's not a thing.
I know. I put on a very light jacket, opened the door, and there it was. And I said, nope. And I shut the door real quick and went right back inside.
The reset.
It was. So when it comes to getting a good deal on flights, you may have heard some tips to save you money. We have those here coming up in just a minute to help you save.
Also this morning, a good reason to wear that Apple Watch. 2 hikers in New Jersey thankful to be alive after falling off the ledge of a cliff. How an Apple Watch was able to guide first responders to their location.
We're going to get to all of that coming up in just a little bit. But first, let's get to some of our stories that are trending online today, Andy. I know you said you saw this. So the logo for the 2024 Olympics in Paris was unveiled on Tuesday, and the backlash was swift.
Really?
Organizers tweeted this logo, saying that it represents 3 symbols: a gold medal, the Olympic flame, and the Marianne, a key figure in the French Republic. But people took to social media to make fun of the image, some saying it looks like the Tinder logo, you know, the dating app, or an advertisement for a hair salon. The organizing committee for the Olympic Games released a statement saying that the symbols were intended to be, quote, both simple and powerful.
But it goes back, you can't make anybody happy. Somebody's going to find something. You know what's funny is, just goes to my age and where I am in life. I couldn't pick out the Tinder logo. If you put $100 down and gave me 5 logos, I don't know if I can do it.
Oh, I didn't see the Tinder logo, but it certainly looked, I believe the Today Show put it out on their social media and said it looks like a haircut of someone who would ask for a manager. It looks like a Karen haircut.
Well, how about that?
I deeply apologize to all of the Karens out there.
We love our Karens.
Yes.
If you got Halloween plans and they include a visit to Chesapeake, Virginia, not that that's probably in the works, you could be in for a serious trick. Here's why. The city bans anyone over 14 from trick-or-treating. Judd, you're out.
Nope.
The law was introduced after an especially violent Halloween in 1968. Offenders are subject to a spine-chilling $250 fine. That's a whole lot of Reese's peanut butter cups. While the fine sounds outrageous, the original 1970 ordinance was even more restrictive. Apparently, it limited Halloween trick-or-treaters to the age of 12 or under and threatened lawbreakers with jail time. Jimmy Kimmel mocked the crackdown on Halloween last year that embarrassed the city enough to make changes. The ordinance was revised to increase the age to 14 and replace the jail time with a fine. But it turns out the whole thing may just really be a trick. Chesapeake officials point out that in 49 years, nobody has been arrested, fined, or jailed for illegal trick-or-treating. Police do not patrol neighborhoods or card kids to check their ages. The law's single purpose is to give police the authority to take action if needed. City officials say they want a safer holiday for everyone. When was the last time you trick-or-treated?
I wasn't a trick-or-treater. I was a shy child. And I grew up in the country out in Muleshoe. You know,
not a whole lot of
nearest neighbor was about a mile away.
So you just went to the local convenience store, picked up some Reese's peanut butter cups, and called it a day.
Yep.
Happy Halloween.
Yes.
That was a good plan.
Yeah. So a new study suggests rats can be taught how to drive. Actually, kind of wild. Researchers at the University of Richmond put them in rat-operated vehicles, or ROVs. The rats figured out how to press a button and move the vehicles to the end of their enclosure, where they were rewarded with Fruit Loops. But a lead researcher says the study also suggests some findings that could be useful for humans. First, rats who lived in a more stimulating environment were better drivers. And second, all rats who learned how to drive produced more hormones that controlled stress. It proved that learning a complex task can boost emotional resilience. The lead researcher says that could be useful in the treatment of depression and other mental illnesses.
Okay, but who is sitting in a room and goes, here, I've got this idea. Why don't we see if these creatures can drive? Who thought that up?
What if we
maybe
give
a late night out having drinks and they're like, you know what, tomorrow when we get into the lab, you know what we should do? We should see if these rats can drive.
What if we give a rat a Fruit Loop instead of give a mouse a cookie?
There you go.
The things that will happen.
2 hikers in New Jersey have an Apple Watch to thank them for saving their lives after a terrifying fall. You got one on?
I left it at home today.
Oh,
Shame on me.
What happened if you had fallen on the ice today?
Well, I hope that somebody would help me
you. James Prudenciano says he was with a date hiking in Highlands when they ended up falling off the ledge of a cliff. That's a different way to fall for somebody, right? After falling nearly 100 feet, his Apple Watch called 911. I didn't even know that was a feature.
I didn't either.
Prudenciano says the fall apparently triggered the watch's hard fall detection feature and sent his GPS coordinates to 911. Rescue teams were then able to pinpoint the couple's location and rescue them. The man suffered injuries to his foot and hand, and his date also suffered some minor injuries. No question on whether there will be a second date or not.
Not so smooth on that date, though.
But at least they've got something to talk about. You remember that time we went on the date and we fell off the cliff and our Apple Watch saved us?
Yeah.
There you go.
The question there is, so what if you're just, like out at the ice rink or something, skating around, and you just fall really hard and you don't even know your Apple Watch calls 911? And
I didn't know it could do that. I didn't know that was a feature. But there you go.
The more you know.
All right, so have you thought about your holiday travel plans? You going to do anything?
Well, nothing big.
Going to drive to Muleshoe?
Yeah.
Not going to take a flight?
No.
Sounds like a plan.
Quick trip. So if you're trying to keep costs down, NBC's Liz McLaughlin shows us ways to save.
When it comes to saving money on flights, you may have heard some tips, like buying on a Tuesday or at midnight to get the best deal.
Unfortunately, those myths don't really stand up anymore, and if you rely on them, you're going to be leaving money on the table this holiday season.
Now, flight pricing utilizes complex algorithms, and plane tickets will fluctuate hundreds of times between now and Thanksgiving.
So you really need technology on your side to be able to track those prices for you and let you know when you should be booking your flight.
Plug your dates and destinations into an app such as Hopper, Skyscanner, or Kiwi to get predictions and alerts on price drops. Websites such as Google Flights, Kayak, and Airfare Watchdog can also help. Being flexible on your date or destination can optimize savings. But if you're booking for the holidays, time is running out for deals.
Halloween is really kind of the cutoff date for when the best prices are going to be available.
And those deals aren't confined to domestic destinations.
There has been an increase in international travel across the board when you're looking at some of those major holidays.
No matter your destination, AAA suggests not skimping on trip protection.
You can get travel insurance to cover your health care as well,
giving you peace of mind in a hectic travel season. Liz McLaughlin, NBC News.
Some other ways to save: follow airlines and hotels on social media or sign up for newsletters to get notifications of flash sales.
And for hotels, booking on your phone through an app may get you a better rate if you want to go one last minute getaway. October flight, by the way, the prices are on a 6-year low, so you might want to jump on that.
All right, we got that and more right here on our website, myhighplains.com. Get the latest news, weather, and sports. Plus, check us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever else we are, because we are everywhere.
Yes, and so good luck on Halloween for those of you who are going out. If you are a older teenager or an adult, you may think about letting the kids handle the trick-or-treating this year.
Yes. And I hope you don't get carded by the police because you're too old to trick or treat.
You come to my house, you're getting carded.
Okay, you heard it here first. Well, Andy, thanks for hanging out with me this morning.
No problem. Thanks, Judd.
Right. See you guys next week.